Okay, we're going. So good evening, everyone. I'm excited to welcome you to our Mission Possible call, our weekly call when we come together for our team. And as I always say, it's to remind us of our mission, which is inspiring healthy living around the world. But I'm excited to introduce you to our special speaker, Stacey, tonight, as I think about Jay Martin's statement that he said so many years ago that impacted literally now tens of thousands of people. I'd say Stacey stands as a model for that when he said it was to build a stable and lasting company that will help as many people as possible realize their dreams. And that has happened for so many people. Many of you on this call have been with the company for a while. You know what I'm talking about when you talk about being able to realize your dreams and do something that we love to do. And so Stacey Whitmer, I first heard on the Pajama Regional in January, and many of you were on that. We had people all over the places dialing in to the Pajama Regional, which was just so impactful for all of us. And Stacey, you made such an impression on all of us, hence I had to reach out to you and invite you to our team call. We were clamoring for Stacey.
Oh my gosh, I love it. I'm so happy to be here.
So just to tell you guys a little bit about Stacey, why that she is living what when she wrote me a note, she says, I am living my dream right now, and it has to do with the Juice Plus business. So this has allowed her to stay home with her children, her two children, 6 and 7-year-old boys. She and her husband and her boys live in Long Island, New York, and never been to Long Island, but I would aspire to go there. And she was from corporate America. And 1 week after she was, I'm thinking, let go or terminated in your profession, and I don't know what that was, she attended a wine and wellness event, and that's where she learned about Juice Plus. And that was a little over 3 years ago, I think, and she actually made National Marketing Director in 2.5 years. So I can't wait for you all to hear Stacey share with us this evening, and really not only share your story a little bit more in your journey, Stacey, but also finding your voice in this business and how we can make a difference in people's lives. So welcome.
Thank you guys so much. I am so honored to be here. When Sharon reached out, I'm happy to share. So everything that I do, I want, for me in my head, how I've kind of figured things out in this business, it's always been find a need, fill a need. That's kind of my mentality. And I found that as I started, because when I started in this business 3 years ago, I didn't know anything. My upline started maybe 6 weeks before me, and I just dove headfirst in, and I created systems along the way, and I'll share with you some of that tonight. So like Sharon just said, I live in Long Island, New York with my husband and my 2 boys. I was a gymnast. I got a full scholarship to University of Maryland, where I did gymnastics there. I met my husband there. He was on a full scholarship for football and baseball. And we got married in 2008, and we've lived in Long Island ever since. Right out of college, I started in a big fancy corporate job. I was a biology and kinesiology major. I loved science and research, and that was, I was in that kind of corporate world because I thought I had to. I thought that's what I was supposed to do. I had this degree, and now I had to use it, and I had an opportunity that gave me a tremendous income. And as a 23, 24-year-old with this income, I thought this was my life forever. I had no idea that anything else existed, none. So I did that for 11 years. I like laugh about the line of suits, like custom made suits I had in my life, lining my closet that I don't ever wear anymore because I don't have to, and that corporate job was fine for a really long time because it was, I thought, what I was supposed to do with my life. But it wasn't until I had my children that everything changed for me. Everything changed. I had my son, when he was 4 months old, had a really bad allergy called F-pies. And his body didn't break down wheat, rice, oat, grain, nothing. So our whole lives changed with food. And I became very holistic by nature. I was doing like cooking, prepping like things at my house with my friends. I was living this life for years before I even knew a life like this existed where I could actually get paid to do it. because it was just something I loved. And every single day that I left my house, leaving my kids home was heartbreaking for me. And I remember my corporate friends saying, oh, it'll get easier. And it only got harder. It only got harder. And it became such an issue for me that I didn't know. I wanted to get out. I felt so stuck, but I didn't know how, because I had a significant income, and it was the income that I needed to raise my family. And at that point, I had 2 very young children. I was paying my nanny more than my mortgage to raise my children, to raise my kids. If that doesn't give you chills, because it gives me chills every time I say it, I don't know what will. And it was heartbreaking. I hated it. I really, truly didn't want to be there anymore, but I didn't think there was a way out. Well, as God plays such a role in our lives, I had this really significant feeling about 6 months before October of 2014 that something big was coming. I just didn't know what it was. So October of 2014, I was downsized with the company, and I did a really good job for them. I didn't like it, but I did what I had to do. I was top in my field, 7 out of 11 years. And that day that I was downsized, I will never forget it. I was sitting in a Dunkin' Donuts parking lot, and you get a phone call. It's really personal, obviously. I got this phone call, and they said, I'm so sorry, your position is no longer available. And I thought, wow, I'm free. And I literally giggled. And the woman said to me, did you just giggle? And I thought to myself, did I just giggle out loud? I didn't think I was actually laughing out loud, but I must have, because I felt I was free. I just felt like I don't ever have to walk out of my house again unless it's on my terms. I'm going to figure out a way to stay home with my children. I just don't know what it is, but I love health and I love nutrition. I'm going to figure this out. 10 days later, I went to a wine and wellness event where I learned about Juice Plus, and that was that. Now, coming from a research background, I researched everything before I dove in. And my kids, because of my son's allergy, I researched everything ad nauseum. So I did. And I'm going to get into my training in 2 seconds. I just want to say this. There is not another product on the planet that has the research that we have. And I came from research. And I know research. I know good research, and I know research that when they like it, they publish it. When they don't, they toss it. And I understand the quality of what our research shows. We need to stand proud and share this product boldly, because there is nothing else on the planet that can say, has the benefits, that can share the benefits of what Juice Plus can. So we need to be proud of that. And after I researched the product, I researched the business, and I started pretty much quickly. I started the product. 2 weeks later, I jumped into the business, and I knew I was all in from day one. And I know that everybody's story is different, but now I was home with my children and having to figure out how to start from scratch and build an empire. And I knew I needed to figure it out quickly. So I created systems that made me very efficient. I am like I said earlier, find a need, fill a need. It's just how my mind works. So I created a strong DMO. I created a strong follow-up system. I knew that I needed to grow quickly, and I wasn't going to do that behind text message or voice message. I knew I was going to do that through picking up the phone and calling people. I knew I was going to do that through meeting with people, face-to-face interactions. And I will tell you that that is 100% a huge piece of my growth. It comes from being bold enough to pick up the phone. I know it's, almost barbaric at this point. People don't like to call people on the phone. You're missing out, because this right here, when you open your mouth and you speak, you can feel passion. You cannot feel passion or any kind of emotion through a text message or a Facebook message. Even though we think people get what we're saying, they don't. If I was writing these words to you and you were reading them right now, you couldn't feel the passion that I have for this, but it's there and you can feel it now. You cannot feel passion or emotion through a message. So it's so important that you use your voice. It's free. It's totally free. You just open your mouth and words come out. It's an incredible thing. And it might be scary, but it's worth it. It's worth that jump. It's worth that that 20 seconds of courage, right? Darren Hardy says 20 seconds of courage and jump, because the other side of that is magic, and we deserve magic. So I'm going to start a little bit and talk about, I'm going to share my screen. And the first thing I want to talk about is going to be our customers. Okay, so this I'm going to do first. No. Let me see what this is. I don't know where my customer one went. All right, I'm just going to pull it up. I'm sorry.
I love your vision board.
Thank you. I'm just going to pull up my customer sheet. So, oh, here it is. So the first thing that I want to talk about is my customers. Every day of the week, I have a theme for my day. My DMO is themed. And on Thursday, I call it Thank You Thursday. It's all about your customers that day. So no matter how much time you have in that day, if it's 10 minutes, if it's an hour and 10 minutes, I'm focusing on loving on my customers. And one way I do that is that I call them. So just say I have 40 customers in my world. I'm going to take 10 customers each week and pick up the phone and call them. And that's part of my Thursday. And like I said earlier, I know that it's not always comfortable to have conversations with people. So I kind of created a format of how you can have a really efficient conversation where it's not as scary. And when you feel more confident and more planned having a conversation, you're more capable of doing it. You're more apt to do it. So this is what I call it, TRE. Thank, reinforce, and expand. So the first thing you're going to do after you get someone on the phone and you banter a few minutes, how are you? How's your family? You're just going to talk a little bit. You're going to thank them. You're going to thank them for making one simple change and taking the Juice Plus product. You're going to thank them for allowing you to be a part of this journey with them, because we are on a health journey, all of us, no matter who we are, no matter how healthy we are. We are all on a health journey, and you want to be grateful and thank them for allowing you to be a part of that journey. The next thing you're going to do is reinforce. You're going to reinforce why they started taking Juice Plus, the benefits their family has had from taking it, and what Juice Plus has done in totality with people all over the world. So I'm just going to kind of navigate that for you a little bit. So say I'm calling Sharon. I say, hey, Sharon, how are you? We're talking a little bit. And I'll say, Sharon, I just have to tell you, I love being on this health journey with you. Thank you so much for diving in and really embracing Juice Plus. Sharon, I know you started taking Juice Plus because your family had really had some digestive issues. And I know that it's helped. And beyond digestive health, I know that your immune systems have been stronger. You've told me such great things. And the best part is Juice Plus, what it's doing for your family and the benefits that you see, that's only one little piece to a huge puzzle of things that Juice Plus is doing inside your body that you don't even realize. Just know that you are making the best choice by putting Juice Plus in your body every single day. So that's my thank and reinforce, right? So that's what that looks like. Now I'm going to go to expand. So expand has a few different purposes. You can expand to other products like now the Omega or the Berry Blend or shakes or a program like our Shred 10. You can expand to the Tower Garden, or this is where you expand to the business. It's a very easy transition from TR to do the E and to talk about the business. So for example, after I do my T and my R, after I thank and reinforce, and I can say something like, Sharon, we've been doing this for a while together for the last couple of years, and I know this has had such an impact in your life. Do you have a handful of people or more in your life right now that you feel could benefit from Juice Plus too? And now I've opened up that conversation, because they might say yes, they might say no. Who knows where that's going to be? But you're asking a question that's going to elicit an answer, right? And maybe they can say, oh, actually, everybody at my gym is sick. My kid's karate class is sick. Whatever that looks like, that's just opening up a whole different dialogue, and it's simple. Do you have a handful or more people in your life that you feel like could benefit from Juice Plus just like you are? That's it. It's a very simple question that that opens up an entire world of conversation. So that's one really strong way that you can use your voice when it comes to your customers. Because let's face it, we work our tails off every single month to get new customers. We need to work even harder to keep them. Because getting them is great. Keeping them forever is the foundation of our business.
Right.
And doing really strong customer care is going to help you get there. And calling them on the phone is going to help too. And before I go to my next point, I want to just say this. If you have not done great customer care to this point, that's okay. Don't be afraid to dive back in. And you know what you can even say is like, hi, so-and-so. You know, I am so sorry that I have not taken I've not been more engaged in this relationship because I know that Juice Plus is working for you and your family. But I want you to know that moving forward, I'm here. And I'm going to be consistently reaching out. I hope you don't mind because I want to know that everything's going okay. So even if you haven't touched base with people, it's okay. You can just say, I'm sorry, I haven't been as active in this journey as I wanted to, but I'm here now and I'm going to be. And people are going to appreciate that. So it's never too late to start really good customer care. Never. Okay. So this is one way that we can use our voice. Our customers are crucial, and that's a crucial piece to that. Now I want to talk to you a little bit about how to navigate a conversation. So when I'm navigating a conversation with a prospect, for example, I don't have a specific slide for this, but I have something else for my follow-up. When I'm navigating a conversation for a prospect, someone that I meet, maybe at an event, someone that, you know, that you're just talking to, you're on an elevator and you're talking to somebody, what does that conversation look like? Well, we've all kind of been, I'm sure, because I was part of this. You know, when someone says like, oh, well, what is Juice Plus or what do you do? And all of a sudden your mouth opens and like, it's like a fire hose hits you, right? You just start throwing everything you know about Juice Plus and everybody's success stories in the world at this person. And they're like, what just happened, right? So what you want to do when you're talking to a prospect, someone that's not on the product yet, someone that you're introducing this to, maybe you're at an event and they say, well, what is Juice Plus? There's 3 parts to that. The first thing you want to do is tell them a quick sentence about what Juice Plus is. Actually, Juice Plus is 30 vine-ripened raw fruits, vegetables, and berries in a capsule or gummy. It's actually the most clinically researched nutritional product in the world. One quick statement. I'm not going to throw everything at you. I'm just going to say one quick thing. The second part is about you. You want to make 1 to 2 sentences about your why. Why are you sharing this product? What has this product done for you? People get stuck here. People get stuck here because they want to say everything about what it has done for them, not recognizing that they need to stop and ask a question about the person they're talking to. Because it's not about me, it's about the person in front of me. So for example, the thing about me, I would say, after I, made a quick statement, I would say, Juice Plus is actually something I started for my family because my son's digestive system was horrible. Within 3 weeks, it was all gone. It was completely changed. My younger son's eczema went away. My husband's allergies went away. I have energy for days. This product has truly changed the health of my family. Zip, I'm done, right? The next thing you're going to say is you're going to ask a question. Because it's about them. It's not about me. Because I can tell you that there are so many times that I hear my distributors talking about maybe reducing inflammation, systemic inflammation, or they're talking about cardiovascular health when someone's really interested in maybe their skin, or maybe someone's interested in building immune support or balancing your immune system. So if we're going in one direction and that person, that prospect that we're trying to talk to isn't going in that direction, then they're not listening, right? We lose them somewhere. So we want to make sure after we make this statement about Juice Plus and we share a quick sentence about our why, we're going to ask them a question. So that's my story. Where are you in your health journey? Something like, so how are your children? Are you healthy? Do you feel healthy? Do you have any health issues that you feel are important, that you want to, something you're addressing with your doctor? Are your kids picky eaters? How healthy have you been this winter? So you want to stop and ask a question. Questions are crucial in gaining interest in what we do. Because while we're standing there, like I said, this is not about me. It's about the person in front of me. So it's important that we make a quick statement about Juice Plus. So we're giving them a little teaser about what it is, what it's done for you, because people connect to stories. People connect to emotion. People connect to your why, right? So that's going to be a quick 2 sentences. And then you're going to ask a question. So where are you at in your health journey? What does that look like for you? And once you ask that question, that person is going to navigate the conversation. So then you're going to know where to tailor the conversation to. Then you're going to know, okay, so this person has an issue with autoimmune issues. So now you know what to say and where to go. Or this person has, cardiovascular issues. Then you know how to have that conversation. You are going to arm yourself with the best responses if you ask the right questions, right? So understand all of that I just said was not over a message, a Facebook message. It wasn't over a text. It's a conversation I'm either having in person or over the phone, right? It's a conversation that when someone is in front of me, what is happening, what that dialogue looks like. Because we have something really spectacular to share, but if we overwhelm people, they're going to pull away and never return. And that's not what we're looking for, right? We want people to be engaged, and we want to start building a relationship. We think about, I speak to my team about this all the time. When you're building a relationship with someone, it's almost like dating them, right? You want to continue to make a next appointment while you're building your relationship with them. Sometimes coming right out with what we do at the very first date, at the very first interaction might turn them off, because it's almost like, well, what's in it? That it's almost something that I have an agenda for a reason. There's no agenda. We want to build relationships. And the best way we're going to do that is through our voice, through interaction, through engaging people, and by asking really, really strong questions. So now I'm going to go to follow-up. So I call it 10 days of follow-up. So now, say you met someone at an event and you've had a really, really good conversation with them, and you feel like they're going to be my next rock star new distributor, right? And you call them the very first day, you get their information, you call them or you send them a message, nothing. 2 weeks later, still nothing. People get frustrated and back out completely. Do you know the statistics show that 80% of people, after the second encounter, the second touch point, stop following up with people? 80%, 8 out of 10 people do not continue to follow up after the second encounter if they have not gotten a response back. So for me, I train my team on 10 days of follow-up, kind of like 12 days of Christmas, right? That's how I think of it, 10 days of follow-up. Because follow-up is crucial. And I say this all the time, that we say this as a company, I think in our business, the magic is in the follow-up. If you're really strong at following up and have a good system in place, then you're never going to take someone off your list. You might move them around a little bit, but they're never coming off your list because it's a consistent follow-up. You're always bringing value. So just say you meet someone at an event. For example, I had a huge event over the weekend at a vendor event. I have about 15 leads to follow up with. This is what I follow. These are things that I have been doing from day one that I wrote out in a notebook. And when I started to build my team, I thought maybe I should put this in a document so people can follow it too. Maybe it'll work for other people. And my team follows this just like I do. And it's been tremendously successful. So it's worth a shot for sure. So day one. So for example, today, yesterday was my day one. I met these people on Saturday. So the very first thing I do with a new person is I will send them an email. I will send them an email with my information, some information about the product. The very first sentence is something about our interaction. You know, it was great to meet you the other day at the event. Your son was so funny with cotton candy all over his face. And I'm using that because that was something that I actually used this morning when I sent out an email. You know, we want to be engaging. We want them to remember us, and I want them to know that I remember them too. So I'm going to make the email very specific. And at the end of the email, I'm going to write, I look forward to hearing from you. I'll give you a call tomorrow to make sure you've received this information. So you're writing that at the bottom of the email. I will give you a call tomorrow to make sure that you've received this information. So day 2, I'm going to call them because I said I was going to do that. Accountability is crucial. If people think they can trust us, they're going to listen. But if I say I'm going to do something and I don't do it, now they don't trust me. So if I say Juice Plus is great, they're not going to trust what I'm saying. So it's really important that what we say we're going to do, we do. So on that call, I'm going to pick up the phone and call them. So say I didn't hear back from them. I sent them the email. I didn't hear anything. Day 2 comes. I'm going to pick up the phone. I'm going to leave a message if they do not answer. If they answer, perfect. You're going to navigate the conversation. You're going to know where to go. But if they don't answer, I'm going to leave a message. And I'm going to say, hey, this is Stacey with Juice Plus. I just met you this past weekend. I want to let you know that I sent you an email with all the information that you had asked for. I told you I was going to give you a call today to confirm that you received that information. If there's anything I can do to help, I look forward to working with you and your family. That's it. I'm going to remind them that I said I was going to email, that I was going to call them, and then I called them. You want to remind them that you're going to do that because, again, that's that accountability piece. That's that trust factor. Okay? So now day 2 comes. We call them. We leave a message. Nothing. We don't get any response. Day 3, we're going to text message them. Text or Facebook message, however you connect with these people. You're going to actually send a message. And you're going to say, hey, this is Stacey. I just wanted to check in. I had left you a message yesterday and sent you the email with all the information that you had asked for. I know how excited you were to get your family on Juice Plus. I look forward to hearing from you. And one of the things I ask in that text is, let me know when you're free this week so we can touch base. Okay? So that text message, that is, again, reminding them that I'm accountable. And I'm also reminding them that they were excited to get started. I'm reminding them that they wanted this. And there was a purpose. There was a reason that I was contacting them because they asked me to. So day 4 comes. If I still have not heard from them, I do nothing. On to day 5. Day 5, I'm sending a voice message. Either a voice, like on text message or on Facebook Messenger, you can send a voice message. You need them to hear your voice again. It's important. This is a crucial piece. Day 5 is typically the turning point. If I haven't heard from someone up until day 5 is typically where I hear from them. Or where I get some kind of engagement. They're either messaging me back and saying, hey, I'm free tomorrow. Or day 5 is typically the turning point for most of us. So I'm sending them that voice message again, and it's short and sweet. Checking in. I hope you're well. And again, reminding them, listen, I absolutely do not want to be a pain in your tush, but you asked me to reach out. And I know that you were really excited about this because your son's a really picky eater. Your kids have been sick all winter. And I know that you want to get started on this. I am here to help. Okay. So you're going to do that via voice messenger. They want to hear you at that point. Now, day 5 comes and goes. You hear nothing. Still nothing. Day 6 and 7, you're going to do nothing. You're not going to reach out at all. Day 8, you're going to call them again. And it's just a check-in. You're going to let them know that you're not going anywhere and you're here to help them. The biggest thing is to always remind them that they wanted you to reach out to them. There was a purpose. I am calling you because you asked me to. We don't want them to forget why that we were having this engagement in the first place. So day 9, no follow-up. And day 10, you're going to send an email. And you're going to say, I'm so sorry we have not been able to connect. I know how excited you were to learn more about Choose Plus. And the same kind of thing. Hey, I'm not going anywhere. I am here to and happy to help when you are ready. You just let me know when you're free, and I will look forward to connecting with you. So now, does that mean after 10 days, I still haven't heard from people? I take them off my list? Never. No one ever comes off my list, because you never know when someone is ready for this. You never know when that next step, that next message could be the one that they want. Maybe that next message was, oh my gosh, okay, let me call her back, right? You never know where people are in that. So you want to make sure that you're reaching out consistently. So now after 10 days, you're not going to take them off your list, but you're also not going to give up on them. Does that mean you're going to be as consistent as the first 10 days? No. But you want to always bring value. If you knew they loved something, then you're going to share it with them. Hey, I know you're a vegan, and I saw this great recipe book in Whole Foods. I took a picture of it for you. I thought you'd love it. You want to always bring value. Help them understand that you are here to help them, that you are here to be in this journey with them. This is not about a sale. This is about potentially changing someone's life forever. And I'm just going to close with this. And I say this all the time. We are always one conversation away from changing someone's life forever with the benefits of our product. We are also always one conversation away from changing someone's life forever with what our business opportunity could be. Those conversations, it is rare that that's happening on a text message or a Facebook message. It is so crucial that we use our voice to build our business. Because, at times I feel that people kind of feel stuck maybe in this business. I don't allow that word on my team. I call it an opportunity for growth. We're not allowed to use the word stuck. A lot of people are in an opportunity for growth in so many different stages of their business, and that's fine. It's all part of the journey. But if you want to launch, if you want to take off and create momentum, you're going to pick up the phone. You're going to use your voice to power your business, because I can tell you it's been a crucial role in how quickly I've built my business. So, at the end of the day, you can make a choice. These are all your choices. And this is an easy one to do. It might not be comfortable, but being comfortable is not making all of this worth it sometimes, right? Being comfortable is kind of being, I call it kind of flatlining, right? You're kind of here, you're leveled off. Comfortable is not magic. Comfortable is just okay. And I'm sure, like many of you, I don't want to just be okay. I want magic. And using your voice is a really good way to have people feel that passion and to feel why you're doing this and what you're doing it for. And nothing's ever going to replace the power of our voice and what we say. Thank you, guys.
Wow, Stacey, I'm smiling so big. I'm smiling so big because 34 years ago, we didn't have text and Facebook when I started. It was the phone. I had my voice.
Yep. And look where you are, right? 34 years ago.
That's how we built a business, face to face and person to person. I cannot thank you enough for your energy and your passion. Your just insight, really keen insight in this day of hiding behind text and voicemail to share with us. And so I do have your 10, I'm pretty sure I have your 10 days. I think I can pull it up from the pajama Facebook.
I can email it to you. I can email it to you when we're done.
Okay. I would love to have it because I'm sure everybody's going to want to see it and we can post it on our Facebook page. So I'm going to unmute this because I know everybody's going to want to say thank you to you. So hold on just a second. They're going to just, we love you. Thank you. Okay, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Thank you. Thanks for challenging us, Stacey. Thank you for your insights and challenges.
I'm so happy,
everybody. All right. Have a super week.
Good night, guys.
Thank
Good night.
you.